Where's all my Demon Slayer fans at? Make some noise. Awesome. Well, this is a dedicated Q&A. We will have a dedicated mic right there for the crowd, and I can already see we've got a line building up. If you want to jump in that line, please try to keep it to one question per person. We want to let as many people get their question in as possible. No A, B, C, D, E, X, Y, Z questions. Just keep it to one per person, and let's have some fun here. I'm super excited. It's one of my new favorite shows, and I can tell by all of your amazing cosplays that you love this show as well. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming the cast of Demon Slayer, the voice of Tanjiro. Please make some noise for Zach Aguilar. Yeah, the voice of Nezuko. Make some noise for Abby Trott. And the voice of Zenitsu. Make some noise for Aleks Lee. All right, get settled in. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. I'm super excited to be able to sit with you all here and talk about this amazing show. But first and foremost, is this your first time in Richmond for anyone here?
I feel like this is my third time here at this convention.
Hi, Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. It's great to come back. I'm so happy they had me.
Zach has come back to Richmond.
I have, yes.
That's how you know it's good. That's how you know it's good. I think this is my first time here.
It's my first time too.
Yeah?
Hey.
Time.
Awesome. Well, welcome. It's so exciting to be able to sit with you guys and speak about this amazing show, of course. But before we get into the show, I just want to talk to you just about your friendship, you three, I'm sure, with the success of this show.
Sorry, friendship?
Oh, I don't know. Is there a friendship between you three or not?
Yeah.
Awkward. This is awkward.
Who are these guys?
No, but I would imagine being a part of a show of this magnitude and this success, that you guys have established some kind of a bond over just being able to hang out. Do you guys get to see each other outside of the conventions, or is the conventions where you really get to see each other and spend some time?
We get dinner together sometimes.
Yeah,
When we
it's kind of
can.
hard to get us all together in one place. I wish Bryce was here, but yeah, we get to. It's nice to do conventions because when we record, we don't get to record together, so we don't get to share. We don't get to feed off each other. But when we do events like this, we get to chat about the show. We get to hang out. We get to go to dinner. But in real life, yeah, sometimes I have you guys over to my house to watch it.
It's true.
Like, when was the last time you all got to get together?
Oh, a couple months ago, actually.
Wow.
We had barbecue. It was a pretty nice
Oh,
time.
yeah. That was fun.
At this little place in California called Manpuku, which means full belly. And trust me, we did walk out of there with a full belly that
Like
night.
all you can eat vibes?
No, but the company was paying for it, so yes.
Yes. Yeah, as long as you're eating on the company dime, take as much as you can get. Get a doggy bag if you can.
So to hop in a little bit here,
Yeah.
why don't we do a little self-introduction for everybody? Because there might be other roles that people know us by.
Oh yeah, just kind of go down the line.
Yeah.
What's up, people? I am Zach
up? It's
Aguilar. I know, it is Sunday. Oh my gosh, yesterday was crazy. If you guys were here, it was packed. I could not see past me. I had no idea what was happening. There was a sea of people out there, and it got really warm. Yeah, what's up? My name is Zach Aguilar. Of course, I play Tanjiro Kamado in Demon Slayer, but also I play Ether.
Yeah, give it up to Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
One clap. Woo!
And that's it.
Imagine there was like one Tanjiro fan out here.
And there's only one. Woo! I play Ether in Genshin Impact. Oh, thank you. Byleth in Fire Emblem 3 Houses and Super Smash Brothers. Genos in One Punch Man. David Martinez in Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And yeah, a bunch of other stuff. So, cool.
Man, you're in everything.
Yeah.
Seriously, you have a wide range of different things that you can do. I remember when I first met you was this in January, and you did this wild thing with your voice where you did this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about this is my Sunday voice?
That's like their R&B voice. Like, yeah, girl.
Oh,
Gotta get him on a
yeah.
feature. All right, how about we move it over to Miss Trott?
Hi, I'm Abby Trott. I am Nezuko and Chuntaro the Sparrow in Demon Slayer. I'm also in Fire Emblem 3 Houses as Annette.
You're also in Smash.
I'm also in Super Smash Brothers as the person who sings the theme song.
So when you open up the game, the first 2 lines, that's her before you skip.
I'm also in One Punch Man as a random surfer girl screaming from Monster.
Dude, that's my favorite
Yes.
character.
I thought that was you screaming. I thought.
And some other ones too.
That's very cool. Give it up for Abby Trott. Woo!
Yeah. And Alex, let's talk about some of your roles that you voiced.
Hello, my name is Aleks Lee. I'm the voice of Zenitsu in Demon Slayer. If you guys watch a little show called Tokyo Revengers, I am Mikey from that show as well.
Mikey!
Oh, okay. Big Tokyo Revengers group. I'm also Luke in Street Fighter, and Kaiman in Dorohedoro, and Thorfinn in Vinland Saga on Netflix.
Whoa!
All right. A lot of blonde guys, and 1 alligator head.
So you guys do a lot of voices, and I was curious, in Demon Slayer in particular, was this a typical casting process? Did you have to audition for this role, or did they approach you knowing your capabilities and just say, this is the role perfect for you? And I'll start with you, Alex.
Well, for me, my story is a little bit different because unlike these guys, I actually did not get the auditions at first. So I never got the auditions, and I was like, oh no, I really want to be a part of this show. So the day that the auditions were due, I sent an email to the casting director who I was familiar with, and I've worked with her a bunch, and I was like, hey, can I audition for the show, please? I didn't hear back. So 10 minutes later, I sent the exact same email, and I was like, hey, can I audition for the show, please? And then she was like, okay, the deadline's already gone by, but I can give you like 12 hours. And I'm like, okay, I'll do my best in 12 hours. So she sent me the auditions for Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. And I was like, okay, let's get to work. Tanjiro, obviously the most important character, I'm gonna work real hard on this guy. So I spent 8 hours, because this was like in the early days of my career where I didn't really know how to like, get a certain voice out or like work on certain things. So I spent 8 hours working on this audition. I'm like, you know what? It sounded the same as it did 7 hours ago, but that's fine. We did it. And then I moved on to Inosuke. I'm like, oh, who's this guy? This guy's pretty cool. He's got like 6-pack and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. And then 4 hours on him. And by the time I was done, I was like, uh-oh, it's deadline time. What was it, 1 more character? I only got a minute left. And I just jumped in there and And then I sent it in, and the next morning I got an email, and guess who I got?
We like how you scream. We're gonna do that all the time.
He's like, this sounds like this guy just doo-dooed himself. That's awesome.
Oh, Alex. So casting just approached me and they're like, oh, you're pretty like demonic. You should just be Nezuko. No, I'm kidding. That didn't happen. I got an audition. I only got an audition for Nezuko because I think that they were probably casting the main 4 first. And I auditioned with 2 scenes. My first one was the scene where Nezuko talks in the very first episode with Rokuta, and she's talking to Tanjiro and he's about to head off. And then the second scene was when Nezuko is very demonic and trying to murder her brother. So
Dude, I love that
that
scene.
was fun for me. I can relate because I have 2 brothers. So I was like, yeah, this is cool.
They were like grunt central. Like, do your best growls.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, talking about the scenes. Yeah, I remember it's very similar to Alex. I saw the auditions, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke. I don't know. I remember looking at Inosuke's and even Zenitsu's too, and I was like, man, if they give me this role, I'm probably gonna either of these. I'm probably gonna die because this is a lot of screaming.
He's like, I do not want to do this.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about this one, or I don't know about this one. I'm like thinking about the guys and like, whoever they give this to, I feel bad for those suckers.
Just out of curiosity, usually when you get an audition, you get a little bit of a character breakdown.
Yeah.
Like a description of the character. What was the description of Inosuke? Do you remember?
The description.
Just like angry boar boy?
I think
what
so.
was it?
Mountainous child.
Mountainous boar child.
Raised in the wild.
I'm curious.
Eats birds.
One of the things I love about Demon Slayer is that it really doesn't take too long to set up the story. It like goes like from 0 to 1,000,000 like in the first 5 seconds, and it's so crazy. When you first like saw the first episode, like how did you feel about it? Because literally, like your character for Tanjiro, like goes through so much tragedy. Spoiler, like right off the jump, and then of course everything that happens with your sister and your whole family. You know, like how did that make you feel?
Dude, how did it make you feel when your whole family was murdered?
How did it make? Yeah.
How did it make you feel, dude? How do you feel about that?
How do we feel about it, dude?
Yeah, it was definitely really interesting to work on and record, you know. What else is interesting is when I meet people at conventions, they're like, oh, my 5-year-old loves the show. And I'm like, oh, what? Cool.
They come.
I loved it when Rokuta got murdered by Muzan Kibutsu. I love when his head got cut off of his head. I love when his head was decapitated.
When they kicked the head.
That's my favorite part.
I did have a kid come up and tell me that they loved it when Nezuko kicked a demon's head off.
It's
And I was
awesome.
like, yeah,
It was
yeah,
very unexpected.
It was cool.
I saw that as a kid, I'd be like, I want to do that.
Yeah, I think it was cool. It was, I mean, it was a really emotional scene. Great way to kind of kickstart the series and really just show, you know, not only Tanjiro's sense of love for his family, but also kind of going into the reason for the show, right? To turn Nezuko back into a human, to, you know, just kind of keep whatever he has left, which is her. You know, I think that is a huge inspiration for a lot of these scenes and getting to work on them, and always trying to think about how he is putting Nezuko before himself. I think he's just that kind of person. He always puts others before himself, and it's just a huge reason for why the show, you know, continues to move forward and why he keeps on fighting.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely his driving force. And do you have like any siblings that you can bring into the booth when you're recording that character, like that you can relate to?
So, fun story. I play a lot of characters that have siblings. I'm an only child.
Wow.
So I'm not entirely sure where that comes from, but they're all like, oh, you'd be a great big brother. And I'm like, I wouldn't know.
You're like, I guess we'll never know.
I guess the world may never know.
All right. Well, listen, this has been wonderful just getting to chat and meet with you on an individual basis. But of course, we have the fans here, and we've got a nice line of people waiting to ask questions. And I really want to try to get as many as possible. So let's turn it over to the crowd and just step on up to the mic. Hi, state your name and what's your question? Hold on one second. Crowd mic. Check 1, 2. Crowd mic.
Somebody
Magic
help
powers.
Tanjiro.
Now try it.
What are you guys' favorite lines that you have said in the show?
Shall we demonstrate? Let's go down the lane here. Favorite line, mister. Go ahead.
Let's see. Sorry, my voice is so shot from yesterday. That's why
I'm like this. Water breathing.
Water breathing first form.
Water breathing fifth form. Blessed rain after the drought.
Dude, put that on a song.
A recent one I thought was really cool was against Daki in on the rooftop, which was Hinokami Kagura, burning bones, summer sun.
Ooh.
That was a cool one.
Burning bones.
Burning bones.
Burning bones.
What is your favorite?
All right,
My
Abby?
favorite line is when Nezuko is like,
That's my
I really
favorite.
That's
like
my
that
favorite.
one.
I love that.
That's the best one.
Yeah, I'm also a fan of blood demon art, exploding blood.
Ooh, fancy.
Sorry, I yelled.
No, it's okay. I'm about to yell even louder.
Okay.
All right, my favorite line of all time. Colby, you ready for this? All right, I wrote this for you. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's a monster! There you go.
That was awesome. All right, Kobe, thank you so much for your question. All right, hi, what's your name? What's your question?
Malcolm. And I'm going to keep this very short and sweet because, I've never seen this show. I've seen the parody of it.
Oh, so he consumed it via media consumption.
What are 3 of your thoughts on this video made by Meat Canyon? I smell a demon.
I don't think we've seen that. Yeah. We'll definitely check it out afterwards. But
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
We don't see a lot of parody content just because, like, I don't know. I can't find a lot of time to just sit down and watch.
I don't know what
videos
the
anymore.
internet is, so.
She doesn't know what the internet is. She hasn't been online in ever. But we'll definitely check it out. Thank you, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for the hot tip.
All right. Hi. What's your name and what's your question?
I'm Layla, and
Hi.
my question is, what was the most difficult scene to work on?
Difficult scene to work on.
Ooh, wow. I think one for me was in season 2. I'm just thinking about like the most recent difficult scene when he fights Gyutaro. That was
You had to scream big.
that
for
was
one,
intense.
huh?
Yeah, a lot of people like, did you do that? I was like, no, they got a voice doubled. You know what I mean?
A stunt
like, of
voice
course
actor.
I tapped out.
I was like, nah, they can get somebody else to do.
It's a stunt scream. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, stunt screamer. No, yeah, I mean that was crazy. That was probably one of the hardest scenes I've ever had to do, just kind of like the lead up. And not only that, but that was a brutal session for me because in that same episode, you know, he gets beaten up so bad. So I'm doing all the like.
So
like,
for those who
doing all
don't know,
those.
when Zach's character gets beaten up on screen, they bring me in and I punch him so he can get into character. So I was like, you got it, buddy. 2 more.
get a very realistic sound.
Yeah.
The director's like, all right, Alex, another one. Uppercut.
You got it.
He's like, no, wait, you hit him the wrong way. This one's
my
in the stomach this time, in the stomach.
All right. What about for you, Abby?
For me, one of the hardest was the fight with Daki. That episode is a lot of growling, so it's very vocally stressful. I think like the next day, I just like planned on not doing anything and not talking at all because I knew that it was gonna be rough. And then also in that episode, there's like, she's fighting, she's growling, she's like laughing maniacally, and then she is bawling, crying at the memory of her mother singing to her. So it's like, it was a whole like emotional. After that, I was just so exhausted. I was just like, oh my God, talk to me ever again. And then,
It's funny that when you guys think of your hardest scenes, you both think of like fighting scenes. But for me, I'm like, every time I fight, they're just like, oh, you do the thing. I'm like, okay, I talk like this now. This is my fight scene. I go, oh yeah. So for me, it's actually the opposite. The hardest scenes for me to do was actually in the first season, in the first episode that Zenitsu shows up in, because I was trying to figure out how to do that voice and do it for a while, because like sometimes when you scream too hard, you blow your voice out. So I had to figure out not only how to hit like the mouth movements, but also to scream and make it like understandable, and also talk really, really fast. So that was super challenging for me, and it was a little bit painful at first, but after doing this for what, like 3 years now, I think all of us are just kind of in that state where it comes by pretty naturally. So
Yeah.
thank you for your question.
Yeah, thank you. And I know Bryce isn't here now, but you know, like that's what Bryce was saying too. Just to add on to that, he's always talking about. He talks about how when he first started the show, Inosuke's voice actor, how he would just get so vocally fatigued really fast until he found a place to put his voice and just be able to continuously do the role.
Yeah, just
and
get
now he can
comfortable in
just
it. Yeah.
laugh like Inosuke all day,
Now he
literally
just-
all day.
Now he
He's
just screams,
laughing.
"Fight me!" at every convention.
Just hear the
Every 3 minutes.
I'm Zoe, and I just want to know, what is the scene you most relate to?
Ooh, most relate to.
It's so tricky because like again, no siblings, so hard to relate to that.
How about
but
that scene where you slurp up a big bowl of noodles? Do you relate to that?
that
one?
was a good scene. I
You
do
like-
I
you love
do
noodles,
relate
don't
to
you?
eating udon. 2 bowls of udon, please.
You didn't need to do that, but thank you.
I relate to the scene where Zenitsu, we're in the forest during the whole Rui fight, and Zenitsu is like freaking out and being a coward, and Shintaro gets to be like, and yell at him. I relate
she
to
does to
yelling
me,
at
yeah.
Alex.
I relate to that too. Every time I'm screaming, Abby's like, shut up.
That's exactly what I do. It sounds just like me.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Wyatt. Ooh, is this gonna be hard?
It's all right. We have a community of people who are more than willing to help you out. Look, they're all around. All right, hey.
Karaoke
Sorry.
style.
My name is Wyatt, and I was just wondering, what was a role that you guys put a lot of work in and really loved, but didn't get the recognition from a lot of fans?
Ooh,
Great question.
Intriguing question.
That's a great question.
I know, it's like, but I feel like if we give the answer to this, then the people who did, like the 5 people that did recognize us are like, hey, what are you talking about?
We watched it.
I saw that show.
I have one. It's from a video game, actually,
Oh,
because
okay.
I think that like sometimes certain video game audiences, because I know this is like a pretty well played game, but like I think that I don't meet them often at conventions because I meet mostly like anime fans when I come to these events. But Carly from Back 4 Blood. I love Carly because she's like, she gets to say the F word a whole lot, and it was really fun for me. And every once in a while, I get a Carly fan coming up, but that's one for me. I had so much fun.
My favorite sessions are the ones where I get to curse.
We're so mature, you guys.
What about for you?
I feel like, I don't know. I mean, it gets recognition too, but I guess like compared to the other properties I've been a part of, not as much. I would love to see more Nier Replicant fans out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Nier.
I got to play young Nier.
What a
I
beautiful
will save
story.
Yona.
Yeah, I played that game and I was like, I love the story, but the gameplay was like still stuck in the past, and I'm like, I can't stand these loading screens anymore. So for me, like you said, it does get recognition, but I don't get too many fans. But I voiced Thorfinn in Vinland Saga on Netflix. Yeah, and it's a very emotional show that has a lot of really cool themes, and I feel like we had an amazing cast on it. You were on it too, I believe.
I was some random children, yes.
Yeah. And then,
I was also on it too.
You were-
We're with Kason on it, yeah.
oh yeah? Were you random?
I don't know. I was like,
Yes, I'm big, but like, it's me, I'm here, yes.
Yeah, but
It's a muscly guy.
I like that show a lot, but it's like just like sometimes the release schedule on Netflix, they never tell you when a show is coming out, so nobody kind of knew when it came out. But now it is out, so please check it out. So thank you for your question, Wyatt.
Thank you.
All right. And hi, what's your name and what is your question?
Hi, my name's Ashley. My question is, how did you first start your voice acting career?
great question. So growing up, I loved a little show called Naruto, and I was like, this would be awesome. I want to be a voice actor. And I started kind of like taking some voice acting classes. I did a few. I lived in LA pretty much my entire life. So yeah, I took a lot of different voice acting classes. I took acting classes when I was little as well. And then I tried out for a voice acting competition at an anime convention. And a couple weeks went by, and they gave me a call, and they said, hey, congratulations, you won our competition. Would you like to come into the studio and play some background roles in an anime, which was called Magi, the Kingdom of Magic at the time? And I was like, sure, I would love to. And yeah, I was I don't know what I was, like 15, 16 or something.
Whoa,
so
real young.
And now you're 17.
Now I'm
He is what you would call
10 years later. Now I'm 17.
He's just a wee baby.
He's just a wee baby boy.
Hi. So I was a theater major in college, and I wanted to go into acting in some capacity, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an actor, singer, didn't know how. So I moved to Japan, as like you do.
Natural progression. Yeah.
On the JET program. I went on a teaching exchange program because I was like, I'm just going to travel for a minute. I ended up living in Japan for 6 years because I didn't want to leave. And while I was in Japan, I had moved to Tokyo, and I was doing some like children's musicals in Japan, gigging around, singing, doing any acting work I could find. And I was doing these voices for puppets in these children's shows that I was in, and a little bit of other voiceover jobs there. And I really loved voiceover specifically, so I moved back to the States, started taking voiceover classes, entered a contest hosted by Bang Zoom, won the contest, flew to LA for the finale, and that's how I was introduced to like some of the studios there, all the while taking voiceover classes.
Look at
And
these contest winners.
I was gonna say, Alex.
We won some contests. How about you, Alex?
Please tell me you won a contest, Alex. That would round this out perfectly.
So there was a eating competition that I no. So how I started my career. It's not as grand of a story as these two, but
So grand.
One summer day when I was in high school, I was in a tank top in my kitchen eating a bowl of udon. And as I was eating that udon, I thought to myself, voice acting seems interesting. And the rest is history. I went on google.com and I searched how to be voice actor, and then that's about. I didn't win any fancy contests or go to acting school or anything like that, but Google was my best friend, so that is how I got my career going.
Never forget, Google is free.
Yeah, Google is free, so thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Elizabeth, but you guys know I was there as Nezuko. My question is, how do you feel that a meme of Muzan becoming Michael Jackson?
How do you
I feel like it's hilarious.
I do love seeing that.
Yeah, I mean, he's
It's
a
pretty
smooth
great.
criminal.
That's true. Thank you.
Oh man, you're quick. All right. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
My name is William, and my question is, why can Zenitsu only learn one form of thunder breathing?
Because it's hard. Have you ever tried doing thunder breathing? It's hard. So that is my answer. Thank you, William.
Breathing thunder, that would hurt.
Great question, William.
That was a good question.
All right. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi, I'm Sam. I was just wondering, like, what uncanon hobby do you think your character would have?
Uncanon hobby. Okay, so we won't get in trouble if we say this.
Nezuko likes to bake cakes.
That's your hobby.
Little cakes that are delicious.
What about you? What is Tanjiro's hobby?
I don't know. Maybe like wood shop, like making some little wood
boxes.
Some little wood boxes.
Box backpacks. It's a new.
Okay. Zenitsu is amazing at basketball and every other sport, and he's getting drafted for the Olympics. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
And ladies love him.
Yeah, ladies love him. Don't forget about that.
That's his hobby. The ladies love him.
Ladies love him.
His hobby's getting drafted for the Olympics.
All right. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Kendall, and when you're sick and you still have to go in the studio and perform, is your voice a little different? Like, how would you still get your voice to be the same while you're sick?
Have you ever had to perform when you were sick?
Ooh, I did.
Yeah, me too.
That's a good question.
It depends on how you're sick, really.
But do they send you home if they say, your voice isn't working out today, or how does
Most times, yes. But
hopefully you would know,
yes.
like you can feel, and you know when you sound not like yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes there are deadlines that we have to hit, no matter if we're sick or not.
Yeah.
Like for the recent Swordsmith Village that is in theaters now, the first episode. For that, I actually was kind of like recovering from bronchitis, I think.
Jeez.
So I was recording it from home, and I wasn't able to do my normal Zenitsu scream. So I had to find a solution where I went instead, and it's still it had the same effect, but obviously I was lucky that it was a short scene, because if you have to do like a full episode when you're sick, it's gonna sound pretty rough. So there's just no way around it except for rescheduling and maybe taking a break and then coming back whenever you're feeling better.
Yeah, I also had, I got COVID last summer. It was not fun, but I sounded fine. So I was, I guess, lucky, but obviously I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't go into the studio. So I was recording from home because I was sick during that time. But yeah, usually you can feel out if you sound like yourself, and if you can reschedule, you will.
Interesting question. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Right. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
My name is Takoa, and my question is how do you have motivation to voice act when you have something hard to do?
How do you find your motivation to voice act something that's challenging?
I think something that's really cool for me is, the most challenging scenes I find personally are just all these like crazy action fight scenes and listening to like an opening of the show. If it's like super epic, like listening to the theme music from it, I really kind of.
That's a clever trick.
It kind of fires me up.
Yeah,
like before the session, especially if you know, like, okay, like I think we're gonna do this scene today because we've gotten through this. You know, we're on the big finale, like the climax of the season. So
have you ever listened to the wrong song for the wrong scene? It's the scene where like Tanjiro goes home to his whole family murdered, and you're listening to the Demon Slayer opening. And you're like, no, everybody!
Yeah, I'm all hyped up. I'm like, woo, let's go. Oh.
How about you?
I usually I try to mentally prepare myself if I know that something's going to be really hard, or if it's like a new role that I'm doing for the first time. I just try to be as prepared as possible. So if I get the script, I read the heck out of the script. I try to, I listen to my audition that I did so I know exactly what I'm going in with. And then, I just try to be open to whatever happens in the booth, because you got to be ready.
Yeah, and I think for me, something that I like to do is I like to watch other shows that I'm a huge fan of, because sometimes seeing really cool performances that I like personally can be really inspiring to make me want to push myself whenever I'm working. So that's a cool reminder for me. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, that's a great one.
We should try to speed run this. We don't got too much time left.
Yeah.
All right. My name is Jesse. What is your favorite Hashira, and what is your favorite Upper Moon demon?
Ooh, demon and Hashira. Go!
Rengoku. But here's the plot. Here's the plot twist. Akaza.
Oh! You're best friends. What are you talking about? How about for you?
I have a Rengoku shirt on.
You do?
He's one of my favorites. I also love Shinobu.
Shinobu is pretty cool.
I think Akaza is. He might be my favorite now. The more I learn about him, the more I'm like, oh, he's cool. I like this.
Well, then it's Akaza across the board.
Oh, yeah?
I guess so.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
But my favorite Hashira is Tengen Uzui. Because he has 3 wives, because he's really cool. Thank you.
All right. So yeah, like Aleks already mentioned, we do have a lot of people in this line, and we're going to try to get as many questions as we can. But if we don't get your question, make sure you go and visit them down at their tables, and you can go ahead and hopefully get your question in then. So, hi, what's your name and what's your question?
My name is Miles, and the question is, what was it like voicing your respective characters in Demon Slayer?
Ooh, I mean, it's an unforgettable experience, because for Zenitsu, he's like somebody that doesn't show up a lot in anime. There's a lot of crazy characters, but there's nobody that's that crazy, you know? So definitely for me, it was super fun to get into that space. But for you?
I love Nezuko so much, because I know that I haven't said a lot of actual words, but
a lot of memorable moments.
I find the moments that Nezuko is speaking are usually memories, and they're really powerful moments, or Tanjiro, or in a dream, a hilarious dream that Zenitsu has, or something like that. So they're very memorable and special to me. Or when she's a giant buff Nezuko, and she's like, "Big brother, I will protect you," stuff like that, where it's it's memorable for me, and it's really fun, because I really don't know. I haven't read all of the manga. I'm only on 9, so I don't know what's going to happen. I kind of know what's going to happen. That's a lie. I kind of know what's going to happen, but I am going to now go ahead and read the rest, get the specifics. But yeah, I'm rambling. What was your favorite? How do you feel about it?
I think it's super cool, because Tanjiro is just such a kind and compassionate protagonist. It's fun getting to go through all of these different scenes. And I say this a lot too, but I think Demon Slayer as a whole just kind of has a little something for everybody, all different kinds of audiences. Tanjiro has his super sad moments. He has the action moments. He has the comedy moments. So it's fun just kind of getting to go through the motions and go on this journey, and, always excited to see where it's going to go next.
Do you know where it's going to go next?
I might know, but I might not be able to say anything.
All right. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi, I'm Connor, and like y'all, I'm a voice actor too, and like y'all, I don't record for my cast. So, have there been any scenes where you thought in your head it would go one way, interpretation-wise, and then when you watch it all together, it was completely different from what you had in your head?
No, because I feel like we're all kind of on the same wavelength. So even though we never hear each other beforehand, I know what Zach sounds like, and I know his acting. So I feel like
You kind of imagine after we've seen the show and we've heard each other so much. It's like
we
maybe
kind of predict what we're gonna say and how we're gonna sound. So
I think maybe for the first season, like we weren't entirely like, or maybe for the first like 12 episodes or something, we're like, I wonder how this is gonna turn out when you hear everybody else. But now that we've heard each other so much,
I'm always surprised actually when you're not yelling.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty much it. I'm like,
too.
oh, you said it was quiet. Wow.
What happened there? Thank you.
Also said none of y'all's non-canon hobbies is barbershop singing. Come on.
Yeah, right.
All right, thank you so much. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hello, my name is Christian, and I want to give you a little something about Abby real quick. I loved your role as NASA Houston in Orbital Children.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
Now, here's my question for Zach.
What's up?
What would you think if David got into the Demon Slayer universe? If he just got transported there, what would you think he would do?
He'd be like, what's up, Jones?
Go home.
And he would
That's
do
it. Demons? Above my pay grade. I'm out of here.
He's like, demons, I'm not capable. I don't think there's a cyberware for this.
He just walked home. That's it.
Yeah, no, he would just walk through the forest and.
That is the worst crossover ever.
I know. I can't even think about is that like, maybe that's his power. He's like, Sandevistan breathing. I don't know. Time lapse. Time breathing.
Close enough.
Speed breathing.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, what's your name and what's your question?
My name's Devon. I was wondering what character was your favorite to voice in any like series or games that you've been a part of?
Oh, you can't ask us that. That's like asking a parent their favorite child.
It really is.
I can answer that. No, I'm just kidding.
It depends for whatever genre, but for anime, Zenitsu is definitely up there because once again, you don't see many characters like that ever, really.
Yeah. I think something special for me was playing Byleth because he got put in Super Smash Brothers. I was always familiar with the Fire Emblem franchise, but I had never really played a whole lot of the games until Three Houses. And then going on to be in Smash, I mean, I think a lot of stuff kind of came full circle for me. I've been playing it since Melee on the GameCube. So that was wild.
I love Annette from Fire Emblem because we're very similar in real life.
She likes baking too.
She's not very good at it. She's clumsy. She's clumsy, but she's a hard worker, and we both like to sing random little songs, and I can relate. So that's one of my faves.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I was wondering, what is your least favorite line that you did in Demon Slayer?
Least favorite?
Least favorite?
Whoa, flip it on its head.
Ooh.
It's any time Zenitsu talks a little bit too much about a woman's body. That's when I'm like, all right, buddy, maybe a little bit too far there. He's only ever
Dial it down, yeah.
He's only ever done that once where I'm like, all right, that's a little bit too much description there.
Yeah, like mine is probably when Nezuko's like, ooh. And you're like, whoa, whoa, that was unexpected.
Whoa. That was,
back off, girl.
That was too much.
Too much.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Oh, wow. I don't know. I've never done a line where I'm like, this is... No, that was funny. I'm like, I don't...
He's like, no, I'm too good. I love everything.
No. My least favorite one was,
That's the one. You do have those sometimes.
I do have those. The freak out ones, I think. Those are always
maybe it's
because
he has a lot of breathing lines where he has to sniff. Maybe it's one where
it's
like
the
mic
sniffing.
picked up
That's
your
what
boogers.
it. That's exactly what it is. Oh my goodness! I cannot tell you when we worked on the Hinokami Chronicles video game. I'm not even joking. I must have done like 300 something sniffs. Like every single time I went in, and it was just a bunch of sniffs. Like
typical Hollywood.
The director's like, okay, give me one little sniff. I'm like. And he's like, no. We need like a longer one. It needs to last for a second. I was like, and he's like, okay, cool.
Oh, he did. Yeah, I walked.
You know what I'm talking about, right? He's like, it needs to fit the timing. I'm like, are you crazy? It's a sniff.
Was like, oh, Zach was trying so hard to do this one breath and he couldn't do it, so we had to edit him. It was like a breath that was like.
Oh yeah, it's a like that sound, like when it's breathing in, because
he hates breathing.
Because you can't, because he's like, yeah, you just breathe in. And so if you'd go, like it sounds like you're gasping for air, and it's supposed to be an epic moment, so it's got to be.
Sounds like an airplane taking off. Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for your question.
All right. Hi. What's your name and what's your question?
My name's Amphi, and this question might sound stupid, but I know there's something that. Sorry. I know something the community has made, like a universe where the roles are flipped. So Nezuko's the demon slayer, Tanjiro's the demon, Zenitsu's the boar, and then Inosuke's the
like
lady
Zenitsu,
guy.
the other,
I just want to know, like, what's your opinions, and would you actually want to do it if the roles were reversed?
I'm sure Abby would love to
I would
have
love
more
that.
speaking lines.
That would be so fun. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd love to take a break from the whole internal monologue, like, you know.
For once, you can be like.
Yeah, I know, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Wait, let's hear your Nezuko. Ready?
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Brooklyn Palian, and my question is, who's the best Demon Slayer character in your opinion?
Inosuke.
Inosuke.
It's pretty hard to beat. It's got to be Inosuke across the board then, huh?
He's so funny.
Because, like, what even is his deal?
I know,
like,
what is that guy doing here?
What is he doing here? Where did he come from?
Sometimes the team is having a very serious meeting. We're like, yeah, so like, what's gonna happen? We're gonna get down this mountain. Like, there's a bunch of demons. Like, how are we gonna survive? And and he's just in the background, hitting his head against the tree and laughing like a maniac.
I love it.
Makes sense.
Ruining his swords.
Thank you for your question.
All right. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name's Mia.
Mia?
If you could be any other character, who would you be?
Who would you be?
I think I would maybe want to be Shinobu because she's cool.
Okay, how about you?
Set your heart ablaze, young Kamado.
Ooh.
Tasty.
Tasty.
I would be Chuntaro.
Chewy. Did you just say chewy?
Does it have to be in Demon Slayer?
You sound like
I want
a
to be Elmo.
Hello, it's me, Elmo. Elmo came on the intercom yesterday.
Did you guys hear Elmo yesterday?
Was that you or no?
No. I was like, what the hell? Elmo's here? Like, it's like all of a sudden.
Did you guys see Kermit? I saw
Kermit.
I saw there was a Kermit here. Anyways, we're getting off track. Thank you for your question.
We're getting really excited about Muppets. We're sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Elmo loves Demon Slayer. Elmo will kill all the demons. La 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 la.
All right, what is your question, my friend?
Hi, I'm Brendan. First off, thank you guys for signing all my stuff yesterday. I gifted y'all some stickers. I hope y'all like them.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
My question is, what's a series, whether it be like a show or a video game, that y'all haven't been, that y'all would like to be in?
Great question.
Ooh. Kingdom Hearts.
Whoa, yeah.
Metroid.
Oh. Yes.
Samus.
Anything Spider-Man related. I love Spider-Man. So. All right, thank you for your question.
Great question. Thank you so much. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name's Amelia.
Hold on. There you go.
Hi, my name's Amelia.
Hi, Amelia.
So my question is, was there ever a point in voice acting where you wanted to like just give up or something?
Ooh.
I mean, it is a pretty tough career, and you have to have really, really thick skin to survive, because we're not only doing our jobs, but we're also auditioning every day, which is trying out to be other characters. So we're basically sending in job applications every day, and we send I don't know, hundreds every year. So we only get a handful of jobs, but in reality, we're always working, even though we're not getting paid for it.
Right. I feel like getting started is a huge one, because a lot of people don't realize the amount of rejection you typically have to face to succeed in the industry. And then even then, once you kind of get established, you're going to continue to face rejection throughout your entire career. But in terms of being in the booth, I think. Every time my character gets beaten up, you know, I'm like, this is rough. I feel like I'm actually getting beaten up myself. Like,
this is rough, but he didn't have to send 100 auditions in this month.
Yeah, I think also like when I started in voiceover, I was kind of at a point where I was like, well, guess I'm gonna try this, and if it doesn't work out, I will do something else. But I'm gonna do all I can to try to do this thing, and that's kind of what it took to get the ball rolling for me. Like I was spending all my time just focusing on this one thing. But even so, we still have doubts. We still doubt ourselves sometimes, and you have to just remind yourself that. This is what you love doing, and we do face a lot of rejection, and we got to get used to it.
Yeah. What an existential question from a cute Nezuko. Thank you so much.
But a great question indeed, and like Aleks, you say, you're gonna hear those 99 no's before you get that one yes, but you got to persevere through those 99 no's.
Persevere.
Yeah, persevere.
Hello.
All right. Hi. What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Haley. I was wondering if any of you were a fan of the manga before you started voice acting.
Ooh, the manga before. I actually didn't know too much about the series, but once I got it to, get into the booth and work on it, I basically read through all of it in like one day. So, yeah.
All I knew about the series was I hadn't read the manga yet, but I saw that it was like trending on Twitter, and I was like, "Ooh, what's this Demon Slayer? This looks cool. I'm gonna watch it when it comes out." And then I got an audition for it the next week or something. So I was excited.
yeah, same here. I didn't know a whole lot about the series, but I remember seeing the name. I was like, Demon Slayer. I'm like, that sounds like a metal band, like Demon Slayer. And so, I auditioned as soon as I got the part. I read the entire manga, and just been going ever since.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I know we have a line here built up. We're probably going to have enough time for maybe one or two more questions. So thank you for your question. And hi, what's your name and what is your question?
Hi, my name is Micah, and I have so my question is, have you ever auditioned for a character and you really, really wanted this character, but you just got rejected?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Every day.
Oh.
Every day of my life.
It still pains me.
Yeah. So, all the time. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Hi, what's your name? What's your question?
Hi, my name is Rich, and what is your favorite part about this book?
The first issue?
The first issue?
Have you guys all read the first issue?
I liked when Tanjiro's family was murdered. That's my favorite part of the first issue.
I like when Rokta went.
I like when Rokta said, "Brother, where are you?
Brother, where are This
You
is
have
so
a different
bad.
favorite part. All right, save us from this question.
I like when I'm attacking Tanjiro and he's got the sword in my jaws, and then I realize what I'm doing and I start crying and I'm like, oh no. And it's really sad.
I just heard that first part. I like when I'm attacking Tanjiro. I was like, gee, thanks.
Yeah, I like when I'm trying to murder Tanjiro. That's my favorite.
All right. And again, my huge apologies to everyone else behind the person wearing this Pikachu hat, but this is going to be our final question.
And Pichu.
My name is Brooke, and my question for today is, if Tanjiro could have any pet, what will it be?
Ooh, that's a good question to end it on. Any pet.
Any pet? It would be. It has to be a cat. It has to be a cat.
I was gonna say it'd be a golden retriever.
I think it would be,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a golden retriever.
Yeah, because Tanjiro's a good boy and he would have a good boy.
Oh, I guess so. That's true. That's a lot of goodness in the world, though.
So much goodness.
He needs balance.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. And
Great
again,
question.
anyone who
Thank you.
didn't get a chance to ask a question, I apologize. Please go and visit them down at their tables. But of course, this has been an amazing opportunity for all of us, and especially me, to be sitting here with you and to be able to speak with you. So thank you so much. Let's give it up one more time for the cast of Demon Slayer.
Yes.